Hey, what's going on, guys? It's been a little while, I think, since the last delivery video, but that only means that this one's going to be a pretty epic one. So even though it's spring, it's kind of like the opposite of spring cleaning. Well, it's spring stocking up, I guess. I don't know. So I've got, two packages that came in today, and then a couple more on the way. So I'll record these, and then the other two, when they come in, I'll just edit all into one video for you guys. So I know generally what I'm expecting in these boxes, but I don't know exactly which is in which box. It looks like this one is one of the well, they're all exciting, but this one is particularly exciting too, because here we have the Hoi Hoi San new edition. So maybe not something that's actually all particularly very exciting to a lot of you guys, but I've built and reviewed one of these Hoi Hoi San kits before. They're from Kotobukiya. They're a series of Hoi Hoi San kits. So this new edition kit is, I guess, sort of a new version of the main character from the series. So I don't know, it's not something that I'm really super familiar with, but this new kit here in the line does look cool. So it's cool that Kotobukiya is getting back to making some, I guess, at least new versions of these, or reissuing some of these new versions, at least with the new edition on there. So I'll have to look into exactly what is really new about this, but it does look like a pretty cool kit. If you are guys unfamiliar with these, I did, like I said, do a review of one of them in the past, so you can go back and check that out if you're interested. And then something else new and unique here is the Excur. I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyway, this kit is from the same company that made the Orange Cat Industry, this cat kit, which I've yet to build and review for you guys, so sorry about that. I'll get around to that as soon as I can. But anyway, so it's made by that company, but also in production with the Waves, or in cooperation with Waves, so it's sort of like a joint venture. Anyways, this really cool mecha robot, which is from Super Robot Heroes. I'm not really sure exactly what that is anyway, but it's a really cool, just little sort of SD style robot design here for this kit. So it looks really interesting. And I'm not usually into a lot of this kind of stuff, SD style or D style stuff from Kotobukiya anyway, but this one does look really interesting, so I think it does look pretty cool. It's sort of an SD, but with like really nice color separation on there and everything, so it looks very interesting. Then from Kotobukiya, in this really super heavy box, this box is really heavy. What's in here? I mean, obviously a ton of parts, but I don't really know what's making this kit to be so heavy. It's almost like there's like a small magazine or something in there, maybe. I don't know. It's very. This is the Asura Ninetales kit, so it's a version of the Megami Device Asura Archer kit, right? I think, right? But yeah, the Ninetales version of this. It looks very cool. Another really interesting Megami Device release here. So looking forward to that. And then some actual Gunpla, and not anything new in this box anyway, but if you guys are keeping up to date with Bandai's reissues, they've recently did a reissue of the G-Unit series, the old 144 scale, sorry, kits from Gundam G-Unit. And the only one that I've ever owned and built in the past before was the Esculapius, which was like one of the very first kits that I ever built. But I wanted to check out the kit again, so got that. And then the Low Booster, another one that I always wanted to check out and never did. Now these kits are old. They're from 1997, and they're not really good kits by any means, but they're really interesting designs. And with a lot of work, they can be really cool. So, and then we also have, of course, the Hydra, which is the one that I'm actually probably the most looking forward to. The Hydra is one that I really wanted, and again, never really got around to buying one. So definitely had to pounce on the opportunity with Bandai reissuing this series of kits to go ahead and pick up one of these finally. So really looking forward to getting these built up, doing some reviews for you guys. I know a lot of you guys like to see some of like the older kits reviewed sometimes. So even though these aren't particularly always the easiest kits to find, hopefully with them being reissued, there'll be at least a good amount of them in circulation for a while before they're just like totally gone again. But that's it for this box. Some really cool stuff, really exciting stuff in there. Let's go over and take a look at box number 2. Now this box does have some of the newer stuff in here. So for example, we've got the PlayStation, the new 2/5 scale PlayStation kit here from Bandai. Bandai put out this one, and also, what was the other one? The Sega Saturn I forget exactly, but anyway, the PlayStation is the one that looked a lot more cool to me. I never had the other one. This is the PlayStation was a system that I actually had and obviously played a load of when I was younger, so that was just, this is just a lot more fun and more interesting for me. So really cool thing that they're doing, making these model kits of these old video game systems. I hope they will continue, maybe do a couple more. I would love an N64, that'd be awesome. So hopefully Bandai will do that. But anyway, this is for the Best Hit Chronicle series of kits, and really looking forward to checking out the PlayStation here. Also, a couple new 30 minutes missions things here. We have the Rabiot Orange here, a new design for the 30 minutes missions. This one also looks very cool, sort of like a new, little bit more bulky version of the Alto, and I'll have to look into the actual story of this. These do have some sort of like story that they go over a little bit in the manual, so I'll have to look over that to see if this is actually an upgraded Alto or what exactly is the story behind this. But the Rabiot, and also the option armor for Special Operation Rabiot exclusive yellow. This really cool option armor set here for this sort of like construction equipment sort of on there. Does look really cool for that. Then also the newly released Gundam Barbatos Lupus Rex SD Cross Silhouette. So it's been a little while since I've taken a look at a SD Cross Silhouette kit. And so I wanted to check out the Barbatos Lupus Rex here. It does look really cool in SD scale, so I wanted to check this out. And then to go along with that, I did pick up something else here, which I plan to use with that. Is the Aura Effect Yellow. I saw on Twitter a Japanese builder that I'm going to steal this idea from, use these effects here for making the Barbatos sort of like a spiky eye effect going out. So basically cut these and use them for the eye effects of the Barbatos. It looked really cool, so I want to try to recreate that using the Aura Effect Yellow here. So I'll do like maybe just a little mini review, a quick little review of this by itself, and then I'll use that together with the Barbatos. Then the new Build Divers kit here, the Alice Earth 3 Gundam, also looks very cool. I really like the design of this one. It's really interesting, very unique enemy mobile suit design, so I'm looking forward to checking that one out as well. And then an awesome book, which I'm very much looking forward to here, the Master Archive Mobile Suit Full Armor Gundam. It's just the Mobile Suit Archive book here for the Full Armor Gundam, so it's really going to be a cool one. I'll definitely make a video going through this book here to share that with you guys. But yeah, it looks really awesome. The Master Archive series of books are very good books to have in your collection. And the last thing here, not new at all, but a kit that I've always wanted to check out, so I finally took the opportunity to just pick one up, and I'll add this to the to-do list as well. The HGUC, oh, not new at all. This is from 2002, so yeah, it's been out for a while. And I do have the Master Grade up on my shelf that I know I need to review someday. It's already built up. It's one that I have built up from years and years ago. I just need to like kind of put it back together in order to actually review that for you guys. So we'll get around to the Master Grade as well. But also, we'll take a look at the HG, because I think even though this is a really old HG, I think it does actually still look really good, despite maybe just a few things that maybe need a little bit of updating work done to them. I'm sure it's probably got some seam lines and stuff on there, but overall it looks like a cool kit, I think. So I've wanted to check this out, maybe do some custom work on that, at least some custom colors. Not really a big fan of the yellow, but it does look really cool, so there you go. So pretty hefty load of stuff to add to the to-do list here, but as always guys, I'll try to get through this stuff as much as I can to share with you guys, and as always, let me know what you'd like to see sooner than later, and I'll look forward to sharing this all with you. Ooh, bonus round, okay. Alright, let's see. Got a few small things in here. First off, we got an Armored Core weapon, Armored Core Weapon Unit 16. It's this really interesting rifle. This is a rifle weapon that I've wanted to check out for a long time, or I've wanted to pick up for a long time. I've been checking it out for a long time. But I think this would look really cool with like a frame arms girl, or even like an Evangelion. It's sort of very like Evangelion sort of style looking. So I'm not going to use this with an Armored Core kit per se, but I do plan to use this for something else, but we'll see exactly what this goes with. It's a little bit large, I think, to be used with the RG Evangelion kits, unfortunately. Maybe. We'll see. But it'll definitely look cool with something. Then we got the very exciting new Nachin kits here. The Nachin, it's like a Nachin tank plus armor. I forget what the actual name of this set is anyway, but gives you some new option parts included for that, including this shield, this kind of pickaxe weapon, these cat ear parts for the top of the head, and I think also there's like a rifle in there as well, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I don't know, you'll see it there. I'll do a video on these anyway. They're exactly the same, just in 2 different colors. They're available in pink and in this dark bluish gray color. So even though the kits aren't different at all, I thought I'd just pick up one of each color just to see those. And then we got some Converge stuff in here. So the first thing is Converge EX30. Here is the Penelope, looking very cool in Converge form. I gotta say, the Penelope is a pretty crazy design. And then it looks like you can make the Odysseus Gundam there with this as well. So I'll do a review on that by itself. We do also have a couple of decals in here. Let's just take a quick peek at these. Some decals I needed, a refresher on this set of decals. And then this set, which is really cool, the Japan Decal 00 set here in gray and white. These are some really cool looking decals that will definitely come in handy. So really looking forward to using some of those. And the last thing in here then is just the Converge set number 18, which includes the Victory 2 Gundam, the Gun Blaster, the Camphor, the Jim Command, Space Type, and the Gundam Geminis 01. So some pretty cool units in here, so I'll do a review on this set as well. Alright, there you go. Okay, final round. This box finally came in, and we can get to checking out the last few things here. We got one more of the G-Unit kits that I do want to also check out, the Gundam Grip, and I always thought it looked like it's supposed to be Gripe, but just going by the Japanese on the box says Grip, so that's what I'm gonna call it, I guess. So anyway, this is another one that also has like a sort of goofy ass transformation I'm not really too into, but it does still look like a cool design. It's sort of like the Death Scythe of the G-Unit series, so this one also looks pretty cool. So yeah, we'll definitely have to check out those. I'll review those for you guys as soon as I can. Those are some cool kits. Then I know you guys are going to be really looking forward to this one as well. The Sakura Miku here, the Frame Music Girl, basically just a Sakura version of the Hatsune Miku kit here. So it's got a couple different parts in there. It's mostly just a recolor. It does have a couple different parts there, obviously, for the little cherries there on her hair. So this is cool. I really enjoyed this kit, despite not really being a huge like Miku fan, as I talked about in that review. But it was a cool kit. It's a cool Frame Arms Girl kit, and so I thought the Sakura version does look cool as well. Of course, it does come with some special markings for that, it looks like, as well. So we'll take a look at that one. And then another slightly different Frame Arms Girl here. This is the Sylphie Striker. The Sylphie was a desktop army design that Kotobukiya then took on to make a Frame Arms version of that. So it's kind of obviously a little bit larger and a little bit more of detail, actually an actual like model kit, rather than the desktop army just being like a small little mini figure. So it's a kind of interesting design, and there's 2 different versions of this out now currently. I don't know if they'll end up making any more or not. And I had been on the fence whether I really wanted to try one out or not, but I decided to try one, pick one up, and I'll try it out, see what it's like, and at least give you guys a look at this for any of you else who are maybe also interested in the Frame Arms Girl Sylphie here. And lastly is another pretty big one here. It is the Frame Arms Congo, and this is that, yeah, if you guys have seen about this, this is that goofy Frame Arms kit that transforms into a boat. It's weird. I don't really get the whole thing. It looks stupid. It doesn't look cool at all in the boat form. But what I think would really be cool with this is just separate the ship parts from the robot. I like the robot is cool on its own. The ship parts could then be used on a Frame Arms Girl kit to make sort of like a Kantai collection? Kantai collection sort of. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking to do with this. Use those ship parts on a Frame Arms Girl, make my own sort of Kantai collection Frame Arms Girl, and then just make the robot just separately on its own, because it's a pretty interesting robot design, and I especially really like that gun that it has, the really cool gigantic cannon that this kit has. So very big box here, so you can see it's pretty big kit for a Frame Arms kit. So alright, a lot of cool stuff to check out.